Hello and welcome back to EVE Online, and here we are in the hangar with our Catalyst, which is now sporting one of my favourite skins in the game, the Spirit skin. I treated the Catalyst to that, it has earned it. And we've also upgraded it because I've now hit actually the 5 million point skill point threshold for alpha alts. I can't train anymore unless I want to buy injectors. So it does give us the luxury of having Tech 2 guns fitted. We've got the ion blasters, which with void ammunition give us an optimal of 2,000 meters and a fall off of about just over 3.5. These are going to be really good, hopefully, for getting in on the big rats, the clone soldiers. That's what I'm looking for. Alternatively, we can fit in the null ammo for more general kind of use. That gives us a bit more of an extended range. We've got a 3,700 meter optimal and an 8.1 kilometer fall off range. Lower on the DPS, but not scarily so if we actually overheat the guns, and you know I'm not afraid to overheat them, even if it doesn't always go my way. 303 DPS with the longer range ammo, and if we put the void back in, 424.4, 0.4 is very important DPS with the close range blaster ammo. Mid slots are the same as they were really with the Tech 1 fit. We've got Weber Fire to slow down the rats so we can apply. Even some of the bigger rats in these low stack systems can move very quickly, and the Catalyst is not a quick ship, so the web is always handy. We've got the micro warp drive to get in close and get orbiting and keep up with them. I've got the restrained version here. That actually reduces your signature radius bloom when you're running the micro warp drive, makes you a little bit harder to hit. Smaller target in effect. Over here we have the two auxiliary nano pumps in these rig slots over here because we're running the active armor repairer 2 in the low slot, and we've got the burst aerator to increase the DPS from our cannon. We've got the damage control 2 to increase our resistances, and we have the magnetic field stabilizer 2. We've got a bit of CPU and power grid left. That means I can put a scram on here. I can switch these guns over to rail guns, which I find more efficient for PvE in terms of going up onto sites and anomalies. But for what we're doing, again, it's maximum DPS, maximum speed. We've come up to Assiettes for two reasons. One, it's the entrance system to an interesting low-sec pocket I've never been to before. And secondly, it's where we can sell our Triglavian loot and some of the clone soldier tags we've picked up in the 0.4 and 0.3 systems for the best price. So first things first, let's get ourselves a bit of cash and get this stuff sold. There you go. I'm going to just adjust that. I've left it on a week. If you're in a place where there's no sell order that you can sell to, you'll set up your own sell order. So just to avoid that, I've remembered to put it back to immediate, so I can't do that by accident. Does confuse me sometimes. Anyway, that stuff's sold. I've got some cash in the bank, which is good. The fit is ready to go. I'm going to go out with a scrambler for our first little jaunt. I'm not alone. I've got a fleet mate in the system. I'm on one belt, he's on another. I'm just wading into this 2 cruiser, 2 frigate spawn of rats here, just seeing how the Catalyst gets on. I'm in a 0.2 system now. I've just had a shout that he's been attacked by a stabber, so I am warping over to support my fleet mate. We're just flying cheap fit 4-ax and this Catalyst, this kind of roam. It's a bit of a recon. We've literally never been in this pocket at all before. It's bound to end up in a fight. We'll probably lose in the end because we'll keep on fighting while we're roaming, just see what's going on. Unless we've got good loot, of course. But it doesn't have to end like that. You can come in, you can recon a pocket and just get out. The problem is here, I've landed a long way out. I warped in a little bit too early. One of the problems with switching alts and switching ships is he's used to me being in a caracal, and when he said warp in now, I'm close enough. He didn't realise I really wanted to be about 5k away. But not to worry, we're going to burn in. The fight is going on over there. I haven't got my watch list up for the fleet, so unfortunately we can't monitor my fleet mate's demise. But he is going down. There he is. He's in his capsule. I'm just getting into range. I've switched to the longer range ammo. just to save having to get on a really tight orbit really quickly. I actually forget to scramble the guy. This is one of those fights, it's just for fun. They're cheap ships. I actually do manage to get back in under his guns. If I had the ancillary rep on, I think I may well have survived this fight. The problem I've got here is, although I'm under his guns, he does have one missile launcher and I think a rapid light missile launcher fitted, and they're what killed me in that instance. But to be honest, we have a little chat in local, we have some GFs, then we have another chat that I'm not going to show you. It turns out we know some people, we now have a friend, we have our first blue in this pocket, a bit of intel, a little bit of a contact. So as far as I'm concerned, that was worth the investment of a 10 mil ship, if ever there was a good reason to lose one. And as you may notice by now, I'm not at all shy about throwing a reasonably cheap ship into a fight and just seeing what happens, even if it looks like I'm probably going to lose it. Right, we're back in the system now. Back to the ratting. We've got in another catalyst, and we have a web fitted this time. We're back in the point 2. We landed on a belt. We've landed on a clone soldier transporter. Now this is like a tougher version of the guys that you've seen in the other ratting videos that were in point 4 and point 3 low security status systems. This is one of their bigger brothers. Now luckily I've landed in pretty close to him, so I can burn in. It's exactly the technique I've used before. I need to get in, get under his guns, get into a tight orbit and just kill it. Now there you go, he's webbed me. I'm not alone in local by any means, so I am going to keep an eye on what's going on. I'm not too worried about a capsule and an imicus, but who knows who they're shouting to in their corp chat or their intel chat or whatever. I'm keeping him webbed. These clone soldiers can move pretty quickly, and if necessary I will fire up the micro warp drive again to keep the range close. It's just really a question of keeping an eye on things now, and it should all take care of itself. I'm using void ammo in the guns at the moment, so my optimal is about 2,000 meters and my maximum is about 3,500. So I'm keeping in there. He's down. That was at 4 times speed just to save a bit of time, but look, that's what we were after, the 22 million-isk tag. Thank you very much, Mr. Clone Soldier. Luckily no interruptions. Let's head on to the next one, see where we end up. Still no change on a D-scan, no change in local. Nobody seems particularly interested in us. It is another one of the benefits, I do swear, of flying just a small cheap ship, that people won't come out and actively look for you the way they would do if you were in something that was going to be a bit more of a juicy kill mouth for them. That's my view, that's my experience anyway. Now the next belt's just got a couple of frigates and a destroyer on there. I'm not really interested in messing around with them. They can drop the £1 million modules, million-isk modules. Some of them will drop 16 mil tags, that's the cruisers. They're quite hard work, they put a lot of DPS in, and when there are other people in local, I'm just looking for clone soldiers. And here's another one, thank you very much. Now I've landed 51 kilometers off of this guy. It's quite a long run in. So I can see there's a wreck over close to him, and I'm going to save the location of that wreck. So I'm going to try to burn into him, but if it's not working out, I can warp away, warp back to that wreck, and hopefully be much closer to the clone soldier and get under his guns quicker. So let's have a go. Here we are. About 30k is usually when they start hitting you. Here we go. He's hitting me hard. I'm burning, burning, burning. It's all you can do. Local seems stable. I'm not descanning as much as probably I should, but let's focus on this guy. I'm now webbed. I've decided to go for the warp out, although at this point I've actually got under his guns, and I think with my repper going like that I could have carried on. But I think I shall be a little bit wise just this time. I've got that 21 mil tag in the hold, remember, already, so it's not just about losing a 10 mil cat now. I've just trebled the value of losing this ship. So I'm going to warp away, going to get repaired up, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to kill it using the warping that I've just saved on that wreck. Now that point, if you zoom out, I didn't show you then because I didn't need to, and I'm in a bit of a rush because I'm in live low sec situations. Even an asteroid, just if you can find something that's closer to him then you can get to him on the standard warp in, then bookmark it, just warp away and warp back. So we're all repped up and raring to go, and we've walked back into that wreck, which brings us 15 km off the clone soldier. And as you saw with the last one that we engaged, that should be fine for us to get in there and get him killed without him causing us any worry. Now I know that the Cormorant with the Tech 2 guns, blasters, can certainly do this job, because I've been doing that with the Altus in the wormhole, popping out into the low sec systems that we're getting statics to. As you can see here, I'm just keeping an eye on that D-scan and letting the work do itself. I am going to be making some videos for the Amar and the Minmatar to be ratting in these situations very soon. And there you go, we're now up to 44 million ISKs loot. We are going to take that away and put it somewhere safe, and then we're going to come back, and here we are. And because I knew that I was going to be going back, because I might have 2 tags, I did overheat the guns in that last engagement just to get the clone down quicker. Don't forget that is an option, but do keep an eye on it. We wouldn't want our guns to get burnt out now, would we? Now here in this system, I'm de-scanning around before I go anywhere, because there is a Blood Raider mining fleet in this system, and that means in the system somewhere there is a Blood Raider combat fleet. There it is. If you land on that, it will insta-lock you, it will kill your ship, it will insta-lock your pod, and it will kill your pod. I know that because my fleet mate from earlier on was back in this system and lost a very expensive pod to those guys. So when you land in a system that you've never been in before, or you haven't been in very recently, always check that D-scan before you warp anywhere. It could be pirates waiting for you, it could have been those Blood Raiders. If I'd landed on there, I'd have been blapped, and we wouldn't want that now, would we? Just having a little look on the map at where we are. There's a few systems here for me to roll through and see what I can find. There's only a couple of the 0.2s and 1.1. Now, we're in the 0.1. It's only got 1 asteroid belt. I'm in a very precarious situation. We have found the clone soldier negotiator. Again, he's far away, 45 kilometers away. I'm going to bookmark that wreck, and I'm going to warp away and just walk back. I'm not even going to try to get near this guy from this kind of ranging. See, he's hit me already for a nice big chunk of, well, all my shield pretty much there. I'll be back. Right, I'm on my way back to the belt, and obviously the issue is here, there's somebody else in local. There's only 1 asteroid belt in this system, so if anyone wants to look for me or sees a catalyst on their D-scan, it's not hard to guess where I am. And there's another issue. This is a clone soldier negotiator. He's worth about 40 mil plus, his tag. So I really want to get it. I'm in nice and close. I'm getting in there. I'm hitting him into his shield. There you go. He's pointed me. I knew that was going to happen. That's not a surprise. But he's now got me pointed on the only asteroid belt in this system. And there's somebody else in local. I've never been here before. I need to kill this thing really quickly. I'm overheating my guns. Mashing my D-scan button. He is going down. I think I'm going to be able to do this. Now, I'm going to make a bit of an error here. I said I'm going to burn my guns out. And it's partly because in my defense I switched between a really old alt and this one. And it makes a huge difference, the level of thermodynamics you've got. I also think this lags out a bit. I really don't quite trust this. I'm going to stop probably doing some of these controls manually and use shortcuts, just because now you should be used to what's going on. But let's not worry about it too much. We're getting through this guy, but then my guns kind of get killed before I can shut them down, and I think that's very unfair. And there we go, we got a curse on grid. Now that guy hasn't decloaked. Curses do not show on your D-scan whatsoever. It's the Amar recon ship. Each race has one that doesn't show on D-scan, and this is the one that's got me. They're usually fitted to newt their prey to death. They're not actually that tough. They're quite killable, but they're very dangerous. And I'm pointed by the rat. I've burnt out my guns, and there's a curse coming to get me. I'm trying desperately to burn out of the web range of this rat. I've got 24, 25 kilometers away. I'm getting neutered out by the curse. I think up a creek without a paddle may be an appropriate phrase. I've got no loot on board. I've gone and emptied my loot, so this is literally just a 10mm catalyst that is up for grabs here, and I go down. And it happens. That was a perfect storm of badness. A single asteroid belt, a rat that I just couldn't resist fighting, and a rat that pointed me, and a curse. But that only happens rarely. I don't even get a GF off the guy, which is actually more disappointing than losing the ship by a mile, if you ask me. It's one of the hazards of low sec. Again, get used to it. Just deal with it. Don't fly big ships until you know what you're doing. Fly 10mm cats like me and have a bit of a laugh and find your way around. Find your feet and then grow into the big expensive stuff. So in terms of this expedition so far, I've lost about 22mm worth of catalysts. I've got 42mm worth of tags out of the pocket, plus the bounties, which is probably about another 5mm, and some other loot. I'm probably... But it's not all work, you know, and here I am. I'm coming back through the pocket. I've found no good rats, found a bit of loot. I've spotted a fleet that seems to be on an asteroid belt of 3 destroyers and a cruiser. And I'm just thinking, yeah, come on. Why not have a bit of a laugh? So we got the Rupture in there. It's got medium projectile turrets. That's what I was checking there, actually. So I need to try to get fast and under his guns. They won't track me too well. I've landed on the grid. Let's really see how they react. There's no way I should get out of this alive, but we'll give it a punt. Let's get for our first victim. We'll just do them as quickly as we can. How quickly will they react is going to be a key to how well this goes. I'm not going to lock anyone up until I'm really close. There you go, right straight on him, webbed. I'm going to leave the null in. It's the longer range ammo. Not the highest DPS, but it leaves me a lot more flexibility in this kind of engagement to get some damage on people as quickly as possible. So the first catalyst is going down. Nobody is engaging me yet. I'm not taking any damage. It's starting to come in now. I think I've probably got some drones on me, but I'm not even looking at the drones. Let's get the Algos. The other two are getting in closer. The Rupture seems to have figured out what's going on. The Algos is going down. There he goes, and I'm still looking good. I'm not taking too much damage. I've got a scram on me. I assume it's from the catalyst, so he's next on the list anyway. Do note, of course, I've only got a web fitted. I can't, any of these guys could run away at any stage here. But let's see, let's go for the third destroyer. I'm starting to get a little bit low on the old armor. Let's get that repper going and get that repper heated. Rep modules overheat a lot more slowly than guns. He's down. Right, I'm going to leg it. He's got a web on me, but that's not going to be enough to stop me getting away, I hope. And we are... Oh, please get into warp. Go. Yes, we've made it. Right, we took out the 3 destroyers. Got out just in time there, I think, from the Rupture. So, we've had an interesting day so far then. So we've lost 1 catalyst to from wading into a fight, which we didn't need to take, but it's all part of the experience. We've lost 1 catalyst to a curse, and there's no shame in losing a 10mm ship to a ship. Well, the bare hull, I think, for the curse cost about 250 million. The fit on top of that, I would have thought we were over 300 million. So yeah, so what? He killed me. Big deal. At least I've taken the loot home, eh? And now I've managed to go in and wade into a fleet and do a bit of damage. And I'm actually thinking now, the Rupture's still out there. He's probably getting his mate's loot. Should I maybe go back for him? I've certainly not got enough capacitor to go wade back in there. So I'm going to warp over to the station. Let it recharge my capacitor. And if the Rupture's still out there, then why don't I go back and get the complete set? Thank you very much to the people who put up stations in low-sec systems and leave the accesses quite open, because it's very handy. And as you'll see, I can just sit over here. For those of you that haven't ever done this, I'm tethered now, so I'm invulnerable. Nobody can attack me while I've got that icon on me. And then after a few seconds of sitting here, perhaps somebody can tell us in a comment how many seconds. There you go. Now I've got the repairer on me. All I really want is my cap recharged. It is also repairing the modules that I overheated, and it's repairing my shield. It would repair hull, armor, everything. All for free. and I can carry on descanning from here. The rupture's still there. That's enough capacitor. Come on, let's see. Is he going to take another fight off me? Is he going to kill me? I really don't know. It's all part of the excitement. All fun. Right, it depends how close we land. We're going to land nice and close, hopefully. 20. Not as close as I'd like to be. He's not locking me. Come on. They're not saying anything in local. I haven't GF'd these guys at all. Partly because I know they're grumpy, because I've seen them around a little bit. So I'm not being too friendly. No, he's let me get back in. He's going down. I'm going down. But I think we'll be alright. We've got that capacitor. I'm not going to burn yet my micro warp drive. It might help me speed tank him. It does increase my signature radius, but I'm going to get that repper going now. He's going down. He's going down. He's hitting me, but he is going down. Got his drones on me as well, look. Come on. Come on, little catalyst. You can do it. Oh, I love fights like this. Come on. The thing is, I've got bugger all hole. Once he's through my armour, I'm dead. Oh, this is so close. Come on, please. Oh, we got him. We got him. We got him. Brilliant. Right. Let's just run away. Yeah, okay. I took out the little fleet of 4. Went back and cleared up. Just another alpha day in low sec, really. And we're ISK positive, which is really good too. So, as you can see here on the screen now as the credits roll, we got the Cormorant version, which I can now, inspired slightly by that stabber fit, I remembered I can put a light missile launcher on it, so I have. So we'll be seeing that in a video quite soon. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this and found this useful or inspirational or entertaining or some combination of the lot. Leave us a like if you've liked it, please. Leave us a comment because we like your feedback. Share the video if you think someone else might enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to stay in touch. But for now, fly safe, fly brave, and goodbye.